let's take a look at Michael B. Jordan. Oh, I think this is the juice category has been ever jumping for Michael. So let's just explore that. Of course, I got messages that him and Ray were at Six Flags. Y'all better watch that Six Flags shit for real. Y'all ain't catch on to what that is yet. I remember even telling a person, yeah, do not be surprised if by October when they have the little Halloween shit that they ain't promoting like couples or family. I thought one of them. Y'all know how they had a little plastic thingy so you hang the. I thought that's what that was, but it's my sleeve. Don't be surprised if like some special don't roll out by Halloween or Thanksgiving or something with Six Flags or whatever. To me, I what I would call what Michael does is I don't know. I give it my own title. It might be a real legitimate term for this, but I thought it was another car. Um, but I feel like he does like silent ambassador deals, right? And I call them silent because I feel like, he doesn't have to like, post and tag them like IG models and stuff do. And I think they do that with certain celebrities like A-listers or B-listers when it is that they're protecting their reputation, but they also still want them to promote it. So I feel like they found like a different, like a branch off a hallway of ways to do it. Another thing that I caught on to was even like when you see Michael B. Jordan liking certain actresses stuff sometimes, a lot of times do not be surprised if those people their team ain't paying him to do that, to bring more attention to that person. We have to understand everything has moved to the internet now. And what are the quickest ways for these new and upcoming actresses, artists, and everybody to get attention? All they need is a Michael B. Jordan or Chris Brown to like their stuff. I mean, and think about how many people's stuff that they've liked and nothing else has went beyond that. Okay? They probably getting nice checks for that shit. You know what I'm saying? They probably getting six figures just to like a post. And don't get me wrong. I also feel like these men that are attractive do understand the leverage that they have for how attractive they are too, and they just like, especially after COVID, they like, let's get that money. What? All I gotta do is like how many posts, how often, blah blah blah. Send the contract over. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And especially if like I feel like a person like Michael B. Jordan would also, he wouldn't be so surface level either. I feel like he'd be like nice to these people that he go into contracts with or do these favors for, because he gets it or whatever the case may be. But and if that person decided that that's what they want to do, and money looking right, money talks to a certain degree. I mean, that's just my theory. That's just my theory from the pattern recognition that I picked up on. Take it or leave it, but that's my theory. Y'all know how my brain gets. So, with that being said, with the race situation too, like I said, so don't be surprised if y'all don't see no nice old specials with Six Flags. Now, it may not make national news, but the people in the area that they went to, whatever Six Flags they was at, California, I assume, you look for them local coupons, baby. For sure. But I also heard that his team came out and said that they're just friends or it's nothing about with it. I feel like also it was a test. They also wanted to see the reactions for the possibility if they were to go far. That's why you had the ass grabbing and all that too. You had like a mixture or whatever. It's like, okay, we are gonna create enough space where we can backpedal and say like, oh, it was just a friendship. However, if we like how both fans, fans on Ray's side and Michael B. Jordan's side is taking it, we'll roll with it then. And obviously, maybe there's something that got tilted. I feel like maybe one fan base was, I don't know. They felt like they could work with one fan base's perception of their connection, and maybe not the other way. They didn't create nothing even. However, I do feel like if they are still keeping things under wraps and they plan on doing something else, in which I do feel like they are, to test it again once the noise calm down, I do feel like if Michael is not Trouble Hicks, he will experience another Lori Harvey situation. Um, and but the only difference is this time is that I feel like he won't feel like the trick this time is that he feels in control of this one. and her team is intentionally making it that way, but really she has the bite at the end. Well, her team has the bite at the end with it. Her team has the bite at the end with it. I feel like with Ray gives me blonde hair, blue eyed guy that she has a crush on, or somebody else that may come in. I don't even feel like Michael B. Jordan is her type. Um, and no offense to him, but it's just like I'm not seeing it. But I can admit I could be wrong, but I'm not. I'm seeing like a Nick Carter looking kind of, you know what I'm saying, or even a Justin Timberlake. I don't think Justin got blue eyes, do he? But a dude like she don't give me. Yeah, I don't think he's her type. I mean, she may not be his, but I feel like for him, he judge it more off the inside. He give me those vibes. It doesn't like the outside for him. For him, and I always told y'all that the mind, if you can't give him good conversations, if you can't like bring something to him to have him thinking, and then y'all build off of that, he's really drawn to cerebral women. He is. He likes to get lost in a woman's mind, from what I'm picking up on. Welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. My name is Diamond, and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. I am legally blind, so I do read braille on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an overall intuitive reader. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is the availability to book private. Look at that, the love card coming out. Excuse me, channeling. Availability to book private readings. That calendar is, channeling. Open. I'm going to have to put that on one of the shirts, ain't it? Excuse me, channeling. But what would the picture look like? I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Thank you guys for all the love, support, gifts, donations. I ain't got a lot of them lately. We need to have a conversation. I ain't got gifts and donations in like 2 years. And motherfucking patience. All right? All right, so Michael B. Jordan here is already getting the love card. All right, so let's see. Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Okay, so there is someone here on the back end that he needs to be mindful of. Like, let's use him and Ray's situation as an example of a scenario that could happen or could have happened, but could happen. People don't know who know each other sometimes. Like, everything is a big web, but it's a small world in Hollywood. But this woman right here is giving me that she may know someone on Ray's team or know someone enough to influence Ray's team. There's threats here. So somebody here could have came in with like, if y'all carry on with this, I'm gonna put out this. This could be an energy like Lori Harvey or Lori Harvey's team. But there is someone, Spirit is saying, that maybe a part of the drawback, his team coming out, is because somebody here probably felt a way and was like, well, I can ruin this because if I come up with this story, that's going to debunk everything y'all have going on. Now, I'm not saying this is Lori. I mean, this could be somebody he messed with on the low that also felt the way like, oh, I got to sit on. This reminds me of, damn, what story? Goddamn, D'Angelo and Angie Stone and Madonna. And y'all remember, to those of you who are old enough, remember when D'Angelo and like they used like Madonna and D'Angelo for publicity? Well, they pretty much had like listen, y'all ain't caught on to the pattern yet. There's always a person that's gonna bring another person out, or a person that can solidify the other person. Sometimes that's one route of publicity and getting the numbers up and getting more attention on a certain chosen celebrity or a person that's chosen to be up next. So in this case, of course, Madonna was already in. D'Angelo was on the up and coming, but D'Angelo was in a relationship with Angie Stone, and Angie Stone spoke on how, I think when it got to the awards, like they couldn't ride in the same car because they had to create this whole thing of Madonna and D'Angelo. But like they kind of like painted Madonna out to be like a dom over D'Angelo, right? And then of course then you have all the stigma around it because then there's this interracial thing going on, right? You have this black soul artist, and then you have this provocative pop white female singer, And so it had a lot of different levels of controversy behind it. This is all the things that Hollywood play on because they don't view these people as people. They are products. They are for sale. So they move them on a board like pawns as if they're playing chess, right? And so right here with this Queen of Wands right here, this is what she symbolizes, the Madonnas of the world. If any of you ever seen like the show Girlfriends as well, there was one episode, I think it was Joan. I think it was a what's her name? The Diana Ross's daughter. I think it was her character, Joan, that was with someone, but that person, he had popularity, and then he told her, "Hey, can you just wait on the side? I'm gonna walk in with her. It's all publicity kind of thing." This is what this is. This is energy like this. So I feel like either if this hasn't happened yet, if they carry on the more that they do, there's a person here that could come in and threaten to expose something to like mess up that whole publicity stunt or even mess up a possible relationship that could blossom. Nine of Cups, Fool card, Four of Wands. Yep. I don't know. It could be Lori because this is given like her feeling like, damn, there's nothing else left around her. I should have married him. But she's only still thinking about the bag and the publicity and stuff and where that would have taken her. And I already told y'all if they carried on long enough, she would have got more on a Martha Stewart type vibe, like furniture and home decor and things like that. Interior decorating. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Yep, told you. So I guess some people was rumored to say that he was doing this thing with Ray to get back at Damson and Lori. If this Queen of Wands is the energy of Lori or an energy like Lori, then it obviously worked. If this person is reacting to that level of publicity to then try to fire shots or expose something that could debunk whatever is going on with him and Ray. Lover's card. Death card. Yep. See, somebody. Yeah. So that drawback or a future drawback, if we never see them then again, is because somebody threatened it, or if they come out again and then they pull back again, somebody threatened it, or each time they do it, somebody's gonna keep threatening it. Knight of Wands, Magician card. But for Michael, the lesson is to just live in your truth. Like he really don't have to. It's certain things he can say no to. He don't really have to. But I just feel like he felt like he had time. And I told y'all that he was gonna have a Brown era. Bobby Brown, Chris Brown. Who would other Brown? James Brown. Y'all know the Ratchet Browns, or the Ratchet version of the Browns, because they, I'm not gonna say they've always been ratchet, but y'all get what I'm saying when I say what I say. That like so to me, I feel like he felt like he had time because he's like the position he's in now after winning an Oscar. You get a certain type of leverage that you don't get until you get the Oscar and the power he has to say like, hey, I don't want you in the movie now. And some people could say like, oh, he was being a hater. Like, why didn't he let Damson, his name Damson or whatever, do it or whatever? I feel like too is deeper than just like this ego thing with him. Like, just imagine that you have to keep looking at dealing with someone. It's not even that part, because that's what most people argue. That's the point they argue. Oh, he just don't want to have to deal with seeing Lori or not. When we're thinking mental health and emotional health, right? Follow me. Think about that. He would basically be giving Damson a platform or the space to come in and orchestrate anything he want any day in that workspace. Ain't nobody got time for that when it's film to be made and money to be made. And I feel like he feels like if he's doing this now, if he gets this role, ain't no telling what he's going to be showing up to the set having going on. And I don't need nobody playing on my set. I don't need nobody playing on my name after I've won an Oscar. You see what I'm saying? Like, people got to stop. Sometimes I don't blame you, because a lot of behavior that they do is surface level for attention, to garner followers or money or controversy or whatever it is that they do in Hollywood. But on the flip side to that too, I mean, if we think about the character of Michael B. Jordan, like his character, put the race stuff to the side for a minute and just really put yourself in his shoes and really think about that. That's what I came up with. I'm just like, well, I mean, I probably wouldn't either. If you playing in my face now and then we get on a set and I got to keep dealing with your ass, ain't no telling what else you're going to do that the law can't protect my ass from. You know what I'm saying? If I decide to bust nasty and then I'm going to fuck up the church's money. I'm going to fuck my opportunities up because then you came on my set pissing me off when I'm already seeing the red flags. Why would I allow you more space to play in my face? And again, people could say like, oh, he's just jealous and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's beyond that. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist either, but I don't think that's the core of the situation. I feel like he's able to see beyond where Damson is now. It's like, if you're doing this now, where's the respect? You definitely not gonna have respect for me on the set. That's really gonna go to your head because especially if he views Damson to be very egotistical, which Damson probably is if his ego is being stroked by the fact that he ended up with Lori. Like, when we think about the male ego, it's a little different. It's a little jungle like. It's a little rough. Two of Wands, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Two of Wands, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Two of Wands, Ace of Cups. I feel like someone here is going to warn him, a Queen of Swords or whatever, to keep him in alignment and keep him on the right path. Yeah. He also have to be careful and monitor. I'm not saying control his mom or anything, but he might want to monitor the access people have to his mom because they might try to get in her head to get her to convince him to do certain things or let up off certain things that he already cast his judgment on and had great discernment on and a great intuition on, made his decision on that he needs to stick with. But because he loves and respects his mom, and I feel like he definitely believes in a woman's intuition more than his own, especially his mom, he needs to watch the phone call she get. Knight of Swords. Let me see. Knight of Swords. Let me see. Nine of Wands. Yeah. King of Pentacles. Yeah. He need to have a sit down with his mom and keep his mom up to par. He can't leave his mom out of things. I feel like there are certain things he just don't tell her because he doesn't want her to worry. But he needs to let her in on everything because somebody could go behind his back and access his mom, get in his mom head to try to control him that way. That's what chess players do. You understand? They'll get to your dearest people so they can crumble your empire that way. And he's more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's highly likely to happen to him now because it comes with the territory of the Oscar that he has. Now, a lot of people are going to try to trick him out of spot. They're going to challenge that so that they can, get that spot. Or at least be the person that calls him to lose his. See, Six of Pentacles, World card. Yeah. He got to reciprocate a lot more with the people in his circle. Keep them up on everything. Everything. Even if you think he's just protecting them, they need all the memos. Everybody needs to be on the same page because they're going to try to cause division in his camp. All right. Page of Wands. Yep. I feel like he might catch it because that looks like a confident idea that will work for them. All right, final messages for Michael B. Jordan. Ooh, wee. Ooh, y'all. Listen, I've been gone so long. I didn't know you could put songs to pictures now on the community tab. I said, damn. But what it does is it filters out into the shorts feed. That way y'all probably get to see me twice. Y'all get to see the community tab to my subscribers, but then new people get to see me too, and then y'all might see my ass again on your short feed, but with some music behind it, because I like posting pictures with music behind it when I do post it. Y'all know I'm dramatic. Okay, Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Moon card. Yep, told you. This is just what I said. People trying to put pressure on his camp to cause division. He got to understand there's no way ever that he can let his guard down now after getting an Oscar. It just comes with the game of life in Hollywood. I'm not saying live in paranoia. I'm not saying be anxious. But the same skill set he had to gain that Oscar is the same skill set he still need to keep. A lot of people think after they achieve a certain level or height that they can let their guard down a little, but it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. You have more to protect. But I see him on it because I don't blame him for that Damson shit. Damson is trying to get him to hang himself, right? Because that's what they do. It's a psychological fuck, especially for the ones that want to seem innocent, you know, like with the way that they take a person down. But it's all over Hollywood. It's a lot of black magic fighting black magic and all kinds of shit going on. And then it's a lot of psychological fucks too, where they like infiltrate your camps and all that kind of stuff to get your own people to turn their backs on you. And these are things they're dealing with outside of still having to make money, still having to sharpen their tool and be talented and all that kind of stuff, guys. It's just when you're in, you're in. My name is Dami. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you guys next go round. Bye.